kibao ya Nakuru County.
Nasema Nakuru County.
It's okay? Asante. So I hope you're ready. Just to confirm that this afternoon we have had our guests, the governor for Machakos, His Excellency Mutua, who has come so that we can discuss on some collaboration and partnerships that we are running. And I think also more importantly, as we have said, this is a time for people to walk and talk and also chart the course as we move closer to next year. And therefore, to that extent, we want to take this opportunity also to welcome you to Nakuru. The people of Nakuru are welcoming and they're ready to hear and listen and also critique whatever messages that are coming, especially at this season. And therefore, with those few introductory remarks, I want to allow our guest to make his comments, and then I can conclude. Welcome.
Asante sana. Penda kusema nimefurahi sana kuwa hapa katika mji wa Nakuru. And congratulations for your city status. Machakos is right behind you. So we can also become a city and we are learning a lot. Congratulations for the Serikali. You organized it very well. You did very well. It shows leadership. These things don't just happen by themselves. I'm very happy myself to be here in the great county of Nakuru, a county of great people, very cosmopolitan, people from all walks of life. And you've got many people from my region here also, working hard and trading. And I'm very pleased to be here. We have discussed, tukasema ya kwamba county zetu zinapaswa kushirikiana. Kwa sababu tunataka wananchi waweze kupata hali nzuri ya maisha. Tufanye biashara, watu wapate pesa kwa mfuko, watu wapate kazi, viwanda viweze kuinuka kwa siku kushirikiana. Kwa hivyo tumekubaliana ya kwamba mawaziri wetu wa fedha na wengine watakaa chini, waangalie njia ambazo Nakuru County na Machakos County wataweza kushirikiana ndio watu wetu waweze kufanya kazi pamoja kwa njia ambayo inafaa iende vizuri. Jambo la pili ni kwamba ugatuzi ni jambo la muhimu. Devolution is very important. I am here, but before I came here, I passed through Laikipia. And I had a meeting with Governor Derito, and we had a chat about devolution. Na nimekuja hapa, nimekuja kukutembelea, lakini pia nimekuja kuongea na watu wangu wa maendeleo chap ambao wako hapa, ambao tunaongea kidogo ni kama office meeting, kuweza kwa governors tukiweka systems on the ground, kwa sababu mimi naomba kiti niwe rais wa 5 wa nchi yetu ya Kenya. Na katika mikutano yetu tunasema ya kwamba tunataka pesa zifike hapa chini kwa wananchi. Mimi nilifanya kazi na Governor Lee wakati wa serikali ya Kibaki. Na wakati huu kulikuwa na pesa kila mahali. We felt there was money circulating. Now tunasikia hakuna pesa. Money imekunjwa kabisa. Ukiangalia zile nchi ambazo zimeendelea vizuri ni nchi ambazo zimeshikilia ugatuzi vizuri. Look at Canada, Australia, Singapore, all these countries that have developed, they have really embraced devolution. Hapa Kenya tuoni devolution kweli kichungwa vizuri. Pesa imebaki kule juu kwa matajiri, maskini hapa wamekuwa ni wengi na imekuwa ni kama wimbo. Kwa hivyo naimiza national government, mkitaka nchi yetu iende mbele, turudi kama wakati wa Kibaki. Wacha pesa ikuje hapa mashinani. Hii mambo ya kufungia pesa at the national level inatuumiza. Jambo lingine, I'm calling for full devolution of services that pertain to the flow of money to counties. For example, the control of budget. Why do we have to fill documents here in Nakuru and then take them all the way to Nairobi for them to be approved by a single person in Nairobi, and then so the monies can be gotten to the central bank so that now they can be transferred to you back here in Nakuru? Why? Here in Nakuru, why can't we have the control of budgets person here, anamaliza kazi yake yote hapa, nyinyi mnapata barua yenu hapa Nakuru, mko na central bank hapa Nakuru, kazi inaishia Nakuru, pesa inamwagika kwa wananchi chap, mnalipa vitu, pesa inaendelea mbele. This bureaucracy ya 1 week, 2 weeks inabakia, matajiri wanakuwa matajiri, maskini analala kiholela bila pesa. Inbuilt bureaucracy for people who are fighting devolution. People really don't care about the welfare of our people. Mimi nikiwa president wa nchi yetu ya kwanza, the first executive paper I'll sign will be to remove bureaucracy. Una apply youth fund asubuhi, by jioni unapata pesa yako, as they do in other countries. You remove all these bottlenecks that make it difficult to invest in our counties, in our countries. PPP, everything, ndio tuweze kusonga mbele. So protection of devolution is key and very, very important. Na hilo jambo ambalo sisi tuendelea kupigania na kusukuma mbele na kuambia watu tumechoka na systems ya kutoka 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. This is a new era. Vijana wetu hawana kazi, wasichana wetu hawana kazi, akina mama hawana kazi, imekuwa shida. Halafu pia pesa ikimwagika, we will be able to remove taxes. Kenyans are overly taxed. We tax our people. National government, VAT, kila mahali, land, ukifika kwa county, we tax you some more because we need the money. But we need to broaden the base. We need a new economic way of thinking. Have more industries, have more people to tax and reduce the taxes so that our people can keep more money in their pockets. Second to last is to say that mfumo huu wetu wa maendeleo gatuzi, ni vizuri kujua kwamba counties zinazoendelea vizuri ni zile ambazo zinakuwa na ile inaitwa continuity ama sustainable programs. Mheshimiwa Lee Kinyanjui hapa amekuwa warm up for the first 2 years. Akafanya stretches, warm up, akakuwa sawa. Sasa ameanza kutoka mbio, ameenda mbio, sasa amefika climax, anaenda vizuri. Sasa ndio asonge mbele, sasa ndio afanye kazi vizuri. So in the next election mkiondoa yeye, yule ataingia, ataanza hiyo sasa flexing tena. Nakuru inaachwa nyuma. So if you want to have more money in your pocket and continuity of development, you sustain somebody for 2 terms. Unafanya kazi yako, unaacha, naendelea na wewe kwa national government nikiwa president. So mimi nauliza watu wa Nakuru, tafadhali, this gentleman, I know him very well, anajua kazi yake. He's maintained order in Nakuru. Things are moving. And mkitaka Nakuru ikuwe inasonga mbele, to be the county needs to be, wacha asisumbuke na mambo nyingi, rudisha yeye, kazi endelee mbele. Hao wengine wanaingia ni mambo ya siasa. We cannot eat politics. We want development and managers, and he's a good manager. Na mwisho ni kusema ya kwamba I'm inviting President Uhuru Kenyatta to join Maendeleo Chapchap, because nimeona ameanza tabia ya Maendeleo Chapchap. Jana usiku tumemwona akifungua hospitali usiku, kwa nishani ya kwamba kazi inaweza fanya 24 hours, which is the principle of Maendeleo Chapchap. And I want to congratulate the president kwa sababu nimefurahi sana kumuona amendo hospitali is keeping to COVID procedures, lakini anasema kazi iendelee. Vile alikuwa anasema kazi iendelee wakati wa Kibaki. Kwa hivyo naambia president, zunguka Kenya usiku na mchana. Let us make this country a 24-hour economy. Tufungue viwanda usiku na mchana. Watu wa serikali wafanye kazi usiku na mchana. Soko zifunguliwe usiku na mchana. There will be more security, and that way more jobs will be created and the economy will grow. So congratulations Uhuru Kenyatta. Hizo ni principles nzuri za Maendeleo Chapchap, naona umeadopt, na tuendelee vivyo hivyo katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. And I'm very grateful to be here, and I'll come again and again so that we can continue this good conversation for the sake of our people. And thank you for the warm welcome. Mola awabariki. Thank you. Ngoja wa spray hii. Nani ana spray?
So thank you very much, Governor Mutua, for your kind words, and also for choosing to start your journey over here in Nakuru, which is also a recognition that the Nakuru people and the Nakuru numbers also matter. And I think this is a conversation we want to deepen as we move forward. And as we have already indicated, Nakuru and Machakos have a lot in common. These are cosmopolitan towns, fast-growing people. There's industry, there's agriculture, there's everything that you can imagine, and therefore our people have a lot to learn. You also come from a generation that has been ignored for quite some time. So we will be looking forward to better times, and we wish you well. Welcome to Nakuru. We are people of great hospitality, and we believe as you come and engage, out of this conversation, something is going to come up. And because this is a season for engagement, we really want to welcome you and also to wish you well in the days to come. Again, on the issue of devolution, I want also to confirm that devolution in paper and devolution in practice are two different animals. The bureaucracies that have been put on the devolution path are so many that they may not necessarily be bringing better controls, but just increasing layers and layers and layers upon layers of bureaucracy. And that tends to delay progress, it tends to delay projects that ought to start or even be paid and completed. And then at the end of the financial year, we are not paid until the 31st of June, 30th of June. And then immediately after they pay you on 30th of June, they want to say how much money you did not use, yet they paid you on that very same day. So I think there's a sense in which also we are setting devolution for failure. And I think we need to open these conversations. If a county had planned to do a hospital, had planned to do a market, to construct whatever projects within that financial year, and the resources are released on 30th of June, which is the end of that financial year, then it is obvious that will not happen. Then we start saying they are pending bills. Yes, there will always be pending bills. So I think it's necessary for us to have a system audit so that we can put what is on paper in practice. All these offices that have been put there are just additional costs to the taxpayer with no actual benefit. So even the controller of budget should be a facilitator and not what it is now, where we have to spend time and again sending people to Nairobi on a matter that is purely should be done on paper and within the shortest time possible. Then lastly also is to confirm that although the BBI is still under our courts, we still believe that there are very critical issues pertaining devolution, including the allocation to the counties that needs to be resolved before the next election. And we strongly believe that if we go to the next election without addressing some of those issues, we are likely to see the very same challenges that BBI was seeking to resolve, including harmonious coexistence, including representation challenges. And as I've always cited, Naivasha have a constituency with about 150,000 constituents, or registered voters for that matter, against another one with 30,000, and both members have the same voice in the House. So surely this cannot happen in this day and age. And I think at this level, we would want to request for leaders to come together irrespective of their parties, because this is a matter that affects all of us. I want to end there, once again, to thank you very much for coming and also honoring the people of Nakuru. If there are any Q&As, one or two, we can answer and then we release you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, can you kindly comment on the alleged postponement of the election, general election 2022?
Okay, we can take two and then we close. Any other? Okay, they're very satisfied. Welcome. Okay. So I think for us, our position is that respect for constitutional timelines is very important. And it's also good to remember why we put election dates actually in the Constitution. It's because in the past there was a lot of darkness revolving around when the next election would be. And therefore, to create fairness across the board, I think it will be very important that we respect the timelines, and as we move forward also to prepare with those dates in mind. That remains our position, and we believe it is also important for all parties across the board to also have areas where we all agree, including election dates. And since it is in the Constitution, as it is right now, we have no choice but to obey it. Thank you.
See, for me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether we have the elections in August or later, or whether there's BBI or no BBI, because I'm going to win. And that's my frame of mind. But I concur with my colleague that it is very important for us to adhere to the Constitution and to have very good reasons for everything that we do. We should not do things for a particular person or a particular group. Things should be done because they are set in law for the majority of us, knowing that law is set also to make our life better. So that is what is important. Fidelity to law is very important, but also we have to be reasonable about the times and everything. Unless there's an emergency or everything, I don't foresee the elections changing unless there's something really, really bad. So we need to adhere to that, and Kenyans need to be convinced that there is need to push the elections further than what the Constitution says. And that's so simple. Let's not complicate life. Let's just make the life of Kenyans simpler. Tusiharibu pesa. Hiyo pesa tumwage hapa chini kwa devolution, to reduce taxes, tumwage pesa hapa, tutoe bureaucracy, pesa izunguke, ndio watu wakuwa nasikia vizuri wakiwa na pesa kwa mfuko. That is what people want. And I want to say thank you watu wa Nakuru. Nimesema asante sana, nimefurahi sana, mmenipokea vizuri sana, na mimi nitaendelea. Kesho niko Nyandarua nikiongea na Governor Kimemia na watu wa Nyandarua. Nimetoka kwa watu wazuri wa Laikipia, na nitaendelea hivyo hivyo katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Nimezunguka mahali kwingi, nilikuwa Kwale, Kilifi, nilikuwa Lamu, nilikuwa Embu, huko naenda Kenya yote kuambia watu ya kwamba do not give up hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and it is time for generational change, as Governor has said. We are of the same generation. We have now to take over and run this country properly, return this country to where it was supposed to be. Hatuwezi endelea na wale tu. We need fresh blood and a fresh movement. Asante na Mungu awabariki. Asante. Thank you. Patrick.